Individual effort does not alone determine your success. So what determines our success? Welcome to Thank God It's a Story Saturday, a weekly video series where I share stories with you that you can use to make your messages connect. Today's story is from Psychology of Money. The story goes back to 1968 when Bill Jugal, who was World War II Navy pilot and had then turned into a maths and science teacher in a school outside of Seattle called Lakeside School. Bill Jugal really believed that the kids need practical experience. They can't just study theory. So he went and petitioned to the mothers who had a club in the school and used to do a rummage sale and collect funds to use $3,000 from those funds to buy a computer for the school. I'm talking 1968, where even universities did not have computer at that time. He managed to convince the mothers, and the computer was put in the school. Of course, who went to this school? Bill Gates. Bill Gates was only 13 years old at that time. He and his friend Paul Allen really started to use this computer and let their creativity flow. They would work on it for hours, days, and sometimes get into the weekends as well. Paul Allen mentions this small incident with Bill Gates, and he says that, once he showed him the Fortune magazine and said, "What do you think it would be like to be a CEO of a Fortune 500?" And Paul Allen said, I don't know. And look where Microsoft is today. Now, what is more interesting about this story is this analysis that the author does after this story. Now, listen to some of the numbers with me. So, in 1968, there were roughly 303 million high school age people in the world, according to UN. About 18 million of them lived in the United States, and about 270,000 of them lived in the Washington area. A little over 100,000 of them lived in the Seattle area. And only 300 of them went to the Lakeside School. Start with 303 million and end up with only 300. 1 in a million high school age students attended the high school that had the combination of cash and foresight to buy a computer. Bill Gates happened to be one of them. He was lucky. Now, there is another side to this. Along with Paul Allen and Bill Gates, there was another boy by the name of Kent Evans, who was also very passionate about computers, would work with them. In his documentary, Inside Bill's Brain, Bill Gates mentions that, we could have continued our study together and he could have been a co-founding member of Microsoft. But what happened with Kent Evans? Why did he not become the partner? Well, Kent Evans died in a mountaineering accident before he graduated the high school. Every year, there are about 3 dozen mountaineering deaths in the United States. The odds of being killed on a mountain in high school are roughly 1 in a million. Kent Evans was 1 in a million at the risk side of things, wherein Bill Gates was 1 in a million on the luck side of things. What's the point of this story? The point of this story is that luck and risk are siblings. They are both the reality that every outcome in life is guided by forces other than individual effort. But we can't control luck and risk. All we can control is an individual effort. Therefore, accept that luck and risk will play their part, but individual effort is something in my hands, so I will continue with that. I hope you liked that story. Stay storied. I see you here next Saturday with another story.